3, 2, 1, end of test. King with a go.
Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Warbird Wednesday. My name is Fred Bell. I am the Vice Chairman of the Palm Springs Air Museum. Thank you so much for watching on Christmas. We're glad you're here. But first, what have you done to me? I am Mr. Krabs.
Congratulations, Mr. Krabs.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Krabs. On Christmas. What are you doing to me? I'm going to go ahead and take this thing off my prodigious assistant. Man, that thing took off. Now, we are continuing to talk about trainers, and we're starting to get into airframes, and my line of work kind of look a lot the same because we're getting into these turbines, and we're talking today about the Embraer, the EMB-312, the Toucan. Now, the Toucan is pretty amazing. We're going to actually use the T-34, which is... it kind of knocked some of these out of contention or use. But it was, first flight was in 1980. It was manufactured from the early 1980s to 1996 by Brazil. Fairly fast, 285 miles an hour. As I said, we're getting into these turbines. There were 624 of these made. And they are in 16. This is why we don't stop on this stuff. They are in 16 air forces around the world. I'll go ahead and throw up a plan view of this aircraft, and Greg can throw up a plan view of the 312 in post. Now, this is really what laid the groundwork for like the Texan II and a lot of these aircraft that flowed behind it. They all kind of look relatively the same. They have essentially a Martin Baker seat, or they're fitted with a modern injection seat. They're turbines. They can run a lot longer. Standardizing fuel, which I've talked about before, all that stuff. But they also have the ability, and this one clearly had the ability to be armed and turned into a counterinsurgency aircraft, a light attack aircraft, a coin airplane, as it were, and they have been used around the world with weapons on them. And that's, now, is that a good thing? I'm not really sure. I think the reality of the situation is that, you know, as economics kind of separate the wheat from the chaff, we're going to see more of these nations that operate these more simple aircraft than jets, because they just don't have the technology backbone to back them up, and but they're going to be needed in wartime, and they're going to be used as counterinsurgency airplanes as opposed to trainers. Now, trainers are designed to take a lot of punishment. This one is no different. It has an 8,000 hour airframe fatigue life limit, so you can beat the airplane up. What that means is, for those of you at home, in simplest terms, every airplane moves. It flexes, it moves around, and every time it goes through an interval, the up and down, and they count the number of hours, the airplane gets a little bit used up because the metal can, and all the little systems can only bend and do what they're going to do in layman's terms so much. After you hit that airframe limit on the number of hours you can fly it, then it has to go in for a thing called SLAP, which we've talked about before, and that's an acronym for a Service Life Extension Program. A lot of air forces around the world do that with airframes. They do a lot of that work with jets because the jets really get beat up bad, but these trainers are no different. Now, the only difference is with the trainers, they get beat up pretty badly, and they're relatively cheap, so they just park them, throw away, and they get another one. And that does happen. Now, that leads me to my break, and that is I want to salute, and you're going to say this is crazy, but I want to salute Brazil for and Embraer for coming up with this aircraft. They have a robust aviation industry. They've done a lot of stuff across the world. And when you think about the Americans have a fairly dominant role in especially military aviation. But you look at something like this, it's in 16 air forces around the world. And with that, which I'm going to salute the Brazilians today, is Fever Tree Premium Ginger Ale. Fever Tree, let's see, what is Premium Ginger Ale?
Double flavored. Good stuff, Maynard.
He's shrugging. It does have a California Redemption certificate. It's like that brainwash garbage you served me last week. I can still taste that. It's disgusting. So to all of you at home, Merry Christmas, and we're looking forward to also a Happy New Year. Peace be with you and your families. God bless all of you, and especially the Brazilians. Keep building cool airplanes. And with that, now that is not bad. It even has a cute little like tree on the bottle. That's interesting. More of a mixer, I would say, on this holiday time, you know, if you're mixing your holiday drinks. So the big thing about the Toucan is not only the fact that it's a trainer, but that it's actually used as a weapon of war. And this thing has been armed. It has been used around the world. I think will continue, although you do see, and even here, even at the Air Museum, I've seen a couple of them go around in military markings that are clearly in private hands. But I think these things are going to be in use by militaries around the world for a very, very long time until they get parts. And so the sun is not going to set yet on the Toucan. Now, if you do you still read books? I still read books. I'm a generation that's going away. But if you want a great book, here is Flying Fillies. This is obviously about female aviators. You're going to want to see this. Click on that link and go ahead, and Jason will happily print one of these and send it out to you immediately. No, but he will send it out to you immediately, and you can enjoy that. We'll get that out to you. We cannot do everything we do here without your donations. As you can see, I'm standing in front of a SBD, a Dauntless Dive Bomber, a very interesting airplane and critical for the use in the Pacific. We can't do this stuff without your donation. So go down below there and click on that link and send us a few bucks. We can certainly use that. If you came across us on YouTube, we love your subscription and your comments. We absolutely appreciate that very much, and suggest new content to us. We're going to move out of Trainers Hill relatively soon, so send us some ideas. We'd love to hear what you're thinking about new content. Also down the link is our educator guides. Go ahead and click on those. You get the kiddos at home, especially during the holidays. All kinds of little fun experiments and things you can do in there. They're totally free. There's a lot of history in there. If you're teaching the kids at home, you can teach a whole syllabus of stuff, but they are free. That's our gift to you. My name is Fred Bell. I am the Vice Chairman of the Palm Springs Air Museum. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
3, 2, 1, end of test. King with a go.